Hello, I'm Dr. Sarita Salzberg. I'd like to talk with you about a Dexcom and some things you can never unsee when you've used a Dexcom. I have one on today, and this is not sponsored by Dexcom, but they were kind enough to give me a sample. And basically, number one, breakfast is the least important meal of the day. If you do not have breakfast, it does not matter. Your body mobilizes glucose. We do not have to have orange juice, carbohydrates for energy for breakfast, or anything for that matter. If you do not feel hungry for breakfast, I give you permission not to eat. So our body mobilizes the glycogen and glucose stores, and we are perfectly capable of not having breakfast. And you think about it, our ancestors went out, tended to animals, tended to chores, and then they had breakfast. If you've ever been camping, you have to make a campfire. You can't get breakfast, immediately. There was no fast food restaurants in the wild. There's no donuts in the wild, right? So breakfast is the least important meal of the day. And the other thing you will realize is that carbohydrates are addictive, because I can have a carbohydrate, I can have a ice cream, I can have a apple, and then my blood sugar is 140, and then I'm hungry. And I'm not hungry because my blood sugar is dropping. This is the other really big insight. I remember thinking, well, I'm hungry 2 hours after I had something, or just an hour after I had something. I just had an ice cream. I could have more ice cream. Maybe my blood sugar's dropping. And then I look at it and it's 140. No, it's just addictive. I want more carbs, okay? And then I have noticed too, is a lot of times after I have a low carb, high protein, high fat, vegetable heavy meal with enough fat and protein and vegetables, or even just fat and protein, my blood sugar does not spike. So I had a client tell me that when her mother ate more meat, she noticed that she didn't need, her blood sugar was lower. And, when you eat more fat and protein, butter, cheese, eggs, these things do not spike your blood sugar like eating fruit. And then eating for energy. Again, I'm not eating for energy. I'm eating for addiction. I'm eating because I need to soothe myself. I'm not happy. 100 years ago, if something was off and you had the instinct to eat, it was survival. This is great, because 100 years ago, the army might have been coming over the hill. We didn't get a whole lot of bad news. We had pretty boring lives and hard lives, but usually were pretty routine. And when something really bad happened, the person who grabbed the fruit, who grabbed the meat, who grabbed the stuff and ran, those people survived. So the food noise, this is a great thing 100 years ago, but not so much now, because it matters what my blood sugar is, because what my blood sugar is what my insulin level is, and what my insulin level is determines how I can burn fat, how I can maintain my health, and how I can avoid getting diabetes. And then the other big insight is timing matters. If you eat the same food in the morning, my blood sugar spikes less than if I eat it at night. If I eat an apple at 10 a.m. in the morning, it's a lot different than eating an apple at 10 p.m. at night. So basically, just eat like our ancestors, they ate during daylight hours. Our bodies are prepared to eat during daylight hours. And then just watching stressful things raises my blood sugar. This was a big insight too. When I would watch stressful things on YouTube, I could see my blood sugar going up. So protecting our mind is also really important to protecting our body. Well, I appreciate that you took some time to visit with me. I hope you'll consider like, subscribe, comment. What are your experiences with the glucometer? And I would also refer you to Glucose Goddess, who has a great channel about insights in using a glucometer. Well, I appreciate your time. There's nothing wrong with you. It's what's wrong, what we've been through, and we've been through a massive gaslighting around the food pyramid. I'm in exodus from the food pyramid. I've escaped the food pyramid, and I'm trying to get back to my roots of my ancestors who knew how to eat. Grease is goodness, and if you eat too much bread and potatoes, you'll get fat and sick, is what my great-grandfather used to say. And that is more driving the lens of how I look at what to eat. Well, again, thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.